welcome to an all-new season, an all-new year, an all-new you here on the Virtual Desktop Experience. Joining 2021, joining you from within the beautiful, luxurious new Mac OS 11, the release that we've been waiting 20 years for. So, as always, I am James, HCMJ, member of Death Dynamic Shroud. Joining me today...
Who's joining you?
Well, I'm Kevin, aka Equip.
There it is.
I'll go. Go
ahead.
I'm gonna go. My
name's
Mark. My name's Mark. I'm Mark, and I'm also R23X, and I'm also VHS Stills, creator of Video 20XX.
I'm Tech.
Oh my god! Be fan.
Wow. Thank you.
Stream takeover. Whoa. Okay. Wow.
2021.
Oh my goodness. First off, B, coming in strong. Really, I think B might be upset that they weren't the top donator last year. And so they're coming in hot, and they're coming in hard. And you guys can't hear it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, when a donation at that level comes in, it takes over the stream.
I saw it was double digits, but I can't see the number because I'm doing this from my phone. My phone's cellular data connection because my internet is down area-wide.
No, I think it was like 44. Is that what I saw?
Hell yeah. That's incredible. Thank you, B.
Yeah, B, that was awesome. Don't apologize for that. So yeah, anyone who donates over some really high threshold, they get the DDS takeover mode where it just blasts the Loving is Easy live. And it's way louder than us. So
excellent.
Anyway,
awesome.
So as you can see, this is really exciting because this virtual desktop is actually taking place in real time in my actual computer that is actually running macOS 11.1, Big Sur. So we're really excited about that. You can open my hard drive here, you can look at my applications that I have, you can look at what I've been up to.
Big Sur, is there a Big Mrs.?
So we've taken a huge break here. Oh, we have another donation. Someone donated $4.20 because they got the Don't Do Drugs, the R23X. If you donate $4.20, Mark shows up and says, "Don't do drugs."
Don't do them.
Like so many.
You can do them.
Yeah, Mark is our moral compass. When we are lost in the forests of desire, Mark is what we pull out to help us find our way. So we're gonna do updates because it's been many weeks, and I know that everyone has a lot to get off their chest and a lot that they want to talk about. So I need to go grab my coffee real quick. So
oh my god.
Maybe you do a little superfluous chit chat, and then I'll be right back, and then we can get into updates. How's that sound?
Kevin, how was your New Year?
It was pretty chill. I beat Demon's Souls for PS5, and that was all I did on New Year's.
What? Hey, Sephi Starshine donated $50.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sephi.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We really
Sephi.
appreciate it.
Wait, you beat Dark Souls? Is that what you said?
Demon's Souls.
Demon's Souls, different game.
Right.
Yes.
Sorry.
Isn't it the same game though?
Same series, but it's the first in the Soulsborne continuum.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Now is that part of the Jason Bourne continuum?
Yeah, it's before he loses his memory. He is a medieval knight.
That sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's fun. So good job. What about you, Mark? Did you beat any Jason Bourne games?
No. I've just been playing Super Mario Sunshine for like 2 months.
Oh wow, have you beaten it?
No, I can't beat I'll almost beat it, but it's really hard for me to play.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it was really hard.
It's not that hard, but I'm not very good at gaming, so yeah.
You need an air-cooled mouse to play that game properly.
Yeah, I need to get the PC port and do the FPS mod to beat Super Mario Sunshine.
Yes. What about you, Tech?
Oh, I didn't do anything. I just sat in my room and stared at a wall for the last 14 days or so.
Looks like you've been working on some pizzas, though.
Yeah, look, that's my
still on the all-meat diet?
It's definitely real.
Yeah, looks real to me.
Well, it was real.
That's sad.
Yep, it certainly was, Mark.
I wish it was a Google image search a little bit, just for your health, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's alright, that's moved to his system many years ago. He's all good now. So.
Is that how that works?
Yep, it's out, now he's good. So, we got another update coming in.
Oh?
The Plaid Bandit donated $5. Thank you so much. I'm sorry,
Thank you so much.
I can't really see the text because it would break the illusion. So I'm gonna pull this up. How can I do this?
You gotta use hotkeys.
I did indeed pull.
Oh, it says Happy New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
We love you and we appreciate you. So did I miss anything except for the story about Tech and the Papa Johns?
We talked about our New Year's evenings.
Yeah, Kevin beat all the Jason Bourne games. And
Sims.
then Mark got a cool new mouse to play Super Mario Sunshine with.
First-person shooter style.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep. So
how was everyone's Christmas? For example?
Oh yeah, Christmas was in there too, huh?
Who did what? Where'd you go? What'd you do? What'd you guys get?
What'd you guys get?
What'd you give?
You get anything good?
We'll start with you, Mark.
Don't want to say anything?
What?
Oh, right. I'll tell you what I got. I got 2 cards, one from my mom and one from my dad. And they both had, basically, one had $100 and the other had a $100 gift card, so...
Nice.
Rich.
Hell yeah. What are you going to spend it on?
I spent the $100 in cash on various food, and then I spent the other thing. Today I finally broke into it and bought a coffee from Wawa.
Oh, the Wawa!
Nice.
I did something kind of gross last night. I got a coffee from Wawa. So I ran out of coffee, and I don't want to have to go to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to Wawa at 2:00 in the morning, and I bought a large coffee, and then I just let it sit, so that this morning when I woke up, I could microwave it and have coffee without having to go to the store.
Make that your background.
Jesus, Tuck.
I thought it was pretty sad, but also, you know, why did those balloons happen?
So my React, the heart has turned into... It says it's Kevin's birthday today.
Kevin, is it your birthday today?
Is it your birthday?
Not.
No.
Okay, Kevin.
Well, Kevin, your Skype ID must be set to that today is your birthday, and because of that, the heart is turned into
That's
cake.
Cool. I mean, it could be my birthday, maybe.
Wow.
Did you get hacked?
Tech, can you check on this? Because I can't Google stuff without everyone seeing it.
What do you want me to Google? Is it Kevin's birthday?
This one in the middle.
I'm Googling that right now.
Could be Mark's birthday.
Actually, when is Kevin's birthday is Google auto prompt.
Damn.
So this is kind of fun. Instead of using stupid, ugly Spotify, we're using the music mini player here, which is nice. The app formerly known as iTunes, which is nice.
Hey, can you make that album cover a lot bigger? Yeah! They finally fixed it, kind of.
I remember back in the day, you used to be able to full screen it.
Yeah,
and then
I know.
At some point, they were just like, nah.
Yeah, for some completely unknown reason. But
Well, you can do it like this.
what are you doing now? It's all
Can you
white.
see that?
No, it's all white.
Nah.
Just pure white. It's hurting my eyes a bit.
Oh, this is kind of cool.
check
on the app to see what this looks like.
It looks cool on Twitch though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. Nice. All right, we'll bring that back down to earth here at the base of the tower, if you will.
Is that really like what situation would you do that? Like, you just having people over and you're like,
Yeah, it's just full screen.
full screen your
you know?
iMac.
Just when you want to stare at the album art, you know.
Yeah, or if you just
It's like
playing music.
when vinyls and tapes stop being cool and having
It's
a
like-
large digital iTunes library will be cool again.
Mm-hmm. Back in list when it would just list all the songs, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. I used to like scour Google for like 1200 by 1200 images because that was my desktop resolution was like 1200 by
It could never be bigger.
1600 or something, and I was like, I can never find a bigger version of the art. And
It's
then,
level 99.
Yeah.
so like that, like annual Notice by the Trail of Dead, Worlds Apart. I remember finding a 1400 by 1400 and just being like, the detail is insane.
Oh my god, I can see Gandalf in there. Sick. Yeah, I really, and I posted about this on Twitter when I first upgraded. I just love Big Sur. I don't do the betas. I don't do all that. I'm like, give it to me when it's cooked. All right, and this isn't the main studio computer. We were talking earlier about compatibility concerns. So the old studio computer is still a 2008 Mac Pro that I've like code inject an Apple file system hard drive to boot on, and it has Mojave on it, so it can still run most 32-bit stuff if I ever need that for whatever reason. So I was able to upgrade the iMac to Big Sur. Like, if something doesn't work, it's no big deal. I still have the old computer. Haven't had a single issue so far yet, but as we were talking about, I mean, most of my stuff I have purchased copies of my my music software.
Wow, humble brag.
Well, I can't, I mean, I crack. There are certain things that I do not pay for, and they work as well, which is nice. Oh, we got another donation. Smug Duck AF donated $1. There's a big message there. Smug, we can't read the messages today.
I'll read it when I see it. Thank you, Smug Duck. I'll see. There we go. He said, I really want to curl up on James Coon and Tech Coon's laps and let them pet me. I want to be their Nico pet forever. Yeah.
Thank you. I already have a cat.
Already got a cat.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so right off the rip, you have this beautiful kind of like post-iPad UI. I think that there was a big concern for years and years within the Apple community that iOS was going to absorb macOS and there would be no need for the desktop experience anymore. But what we've seen is a gentler integration of the aesthetics of iPadOS, I think, into the operating system. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, you can run like iOS apps in it, right? Have you done that yet?
Oh, no. Except for the ones that just like developers. What I forget what it's called. The like between the between layer, so people can develop Mac
purgatory
apps.
Mode.
Yeah, where it's like windows don't open in separate windows and stuff, and it's all like contained. The Spotify app's like that. It's like the iPad app, only a window that you can drag around a little bit, but there are no real sort of Mac features in it. It just feels like an iPad app that you're dragging around. I mean, no so Spotify today. Fuck them.
My dad wanted a new computer, and we sat down and looked at stuff for a while, and I pointed him towards the new M1 Mac Mini, and I got to play with it a little bit over Christmas break, and it is really cool. And I did really like the look of Big Sur. I thought it was a nice looking, well-rounded operating system.
And when I say the operating system we've been waiting 20 years for, I only say that because this is the first major integer increase in Mac OS.
Oh, it's not OS 10?
No, this is OS 11. That's what I'm saying. This is celebration time. This is
I can't put that on my computer, right?
No, not in
I can't put that on mine, right?
No.
It actually uses like Rosetta or something to like maybe that's with the new M1 chip exclusively, but this OS is designed basically to run perfectly on the new Apple Silicon or whatever.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely does feel like a huge shift. So
and Apple,
it is exciting.
They know how to do platform changes because they've already done it 3 or 4 times, and every time it's been pretty smooth. If you think about the transition from the old Macs into PowerPCs and then PowerPCs onto Intel, I mean, no one thought that could ever work, but they were secretly developing in parallel for 10 years. They were developing the operating system to work on both PowerPC and Intels before the a decade before the Intel Macs even existed, so that with every successive version they were fixing it and sort of dialing it in more and more. So I'm sure they've been testing out Big Sur and previous versions of OS 10 on Apple Silicon for years leading up to this point.
So Big Sur is 1.
Yeah, this is 11.1.
So what do you think they're gonna do? Because wasn't it all cats in the beginning of OS 10, but then they ran out of cats, so then it turned into like.
It's been national parks in California. That's what it's been. That's why it's Sierra. It's been the national park and then something inside the national park. So it's like Sierra, then High Sierra. Then it was like El Capitan was a part of what was 10.10? But yeah,
discarded.
Oh, that's 7.
Yeah, so
Apple discarded Marlboro menthol pack.
that starts a forest fire, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be something inside Big Sur. I don't know. And I went with the colorful design background here. Normally, I have everything tuned to night and day and dark mode and all that, but I just wanted to keep this sort of simple here. This is the standard. That's the nighttime, but yeah.
What is it? What is it default?
That's
is
kind
there
of
default.
Yeah, I mean, it's either this, the dynamic picture of Big Sur, and there you see Highway 1 going down the coast. AB Coal Blend.
That's Alex.
Oh, donated $5. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Getting the year off.
I'll read
the
your
pain.
message. I'll read the message when it. There we go. Love you guys. Baby time. Hey, yeah. Abco Blunt's having a baby. Not him, but his wife.
Oh, well, congratulations to them both.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Abco Blunt.
Perpetuating the epic poetry of the human experience.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. So we have animations on the show. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Exclusive.
So the operating system also has these slightly whack, like, illustration backgrounds here that are just, I don't know, maybe just a little too... Edie Junior Morpheus 95 donated $3, and Tech will be reading that message in a moment. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
Thanks, Ed Junior.
Ooh, those background. Ed Junior said, wait, it's Kevin's birthday? Happy birthday, Kevin, aka Quip. Also, James, what is your opinion on potato bread?
Potato bread is fine.
Yeah, it's been a question that's been asked to me several times.
Burning question.
In I don't know if it's been in the Discord, but it's definitely been on Welcome to Dino Hour. People specifically want to know how you feel about potato bread.
It's like I don't go out of my way to get it. My favorite bread is actually milk bread, that Japanese style milky bread.
Must be at least 5 inches thick.
The thick kind is really good. Most of the bread in Japan is just this. It's made with like there's milk in it, and it's just really good. Like imagine the like Wonder Bread, but almost creamy.
I don't like white bread anymore because I feel like it's gummy.
Then you probably would not like the milk bread.
Yeah, I like wheat bread now.
You're evolving.
I only did it to impress a girl, and then it ended up changing
Which girl wasn't impressed by that?
We have Black Midi donating $5. Thank you so much.
Black Midi, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
I haven't really dove in here. They have some cool...
Black Midi said, happy birthday, Tech. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Tech.
Thank you, guys.
These are cool. Check this out. That's sick. I mean, this is 2021, It's like design is coming to an end.
Vaporwave.
It's kind of, I'll try living like this here, I'll try living like this here.
Would you call this a vapor forward podcast?
Oh, God.
Can we talk about things being forward for a second?
Well, and I think I mentioned this many episodes back. This is what, our 40th episode now? Is that right? 40?
I think it's the
69.
30. This is our 30?
It's 30, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big 30. 3-0.
That's a lot of weeks.
That is.
It's not that many if you think about it.
I feel old yet?
There might have been an earlier episode where I addressed this, but
probably. There's only so many fucking things to talk about.
I've watched every season of Top Chef, and while I was going through all of them, I noticed that starting around 2017, out of nowhere, just suddenly, all of these fuckers that go on that show to talk about food, all of them start using the word forward to describe the food. Like, oh yeah, this is a very chicken forward dish. Or like, yeah, this sauce is very garlic forward, you know? It's like, it's garlicky, okay, you know, there's a lot of garlic in it, there's a strong garlic flavor. Oh, thank you, Al, for the $5. You got the jam.
Hey, thank you, Al.
Is that your roommate?
I don't think so.
Al said happy birthday, Mark. Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday,
Mark.
I turned 30 today, just like the podcast.
Nice. It's a fun year.
Yeah, so in total coincidence, you know, Tech and I had never met Kevin or Mark face to face until that fateful day in Tokyo. But it just so happens that we all have the same birthday. And it is today, January 5th.
And it's today, baby.
Yeah, so that's kind of exciting.
And we all turn 30.
January,
we all turn 30. We all have the same. We have the same parents.
Same parents.
We're all the same person.
It's also the 30th birthday of Apple Company. And the 30th anniversary of the Nintendo 64.
And this stream.
Yeah. All happened on the same day.
And there happen to be 30 days and 30 months in every year.
Well. Pushing it.
Would you call this a misinformation forward podcast?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're truth forward here.
That doesn't sound good either.
I have I have Apple forward taste.
That is true.
Japanese forward preferences when it comes to electronics, for sure.
We're plant forward. Kevin and I are plant forward diets.
It's true.
Negative
Oh,
Gemini just
what's
called
up,
us all
Negative Gemini?
Liar!
Yeah, we're just kidding, everyone. None of this is true. None of this is real. It's okay.
I am 30 though.
Yeah, that's
Are you?
that's absolutely true. Tech is. I mean, just look at that.
Can't feel anything.
Do you wax, Tech?
Yeah, I wax.
Well,
I don't wax.
You live in
I
Florida.
wax
I don't know.
everywhere.
Like,
I can't grow any hair. Are you joking me?
well, I guess yeah. I used to have
you
like.
want to?
I used to have one chest hair that grew like here on my neck, but I pulled it out about a year and a half ago, and it hasn't come back. So.
It never came back.
I get a single strand of hair on my shoulder, and then there's one on the other shoulder as well.
See, that's what happens when you're not 30 years old. As time marches forward, you start to get, it's like puberty part 2. You start to get hair where there wasn't hair before, and you're like, huh. It's like puberty never ends. It's fantastic,
That's
That's the
what we're
best part of
celebrating
life.
today. The 30th hair grown on each of us.
So I do have a browser open here. And I was also, at first I was bummed to discover that, because I hadn't tried it in a while, that Apple had removed the slow motion animation effects that were originally a part of OS X. So Steve Jobs could show off the Genie effect at the the Apple Developers Conference, whatever. But there's a terminal code where you can re-enable it. So for all you fans out there,
I love the Genie effect.
we got that slow Genie.
Look at that.
And yes, it's linking behind the chat.
That's
We'll
awesome.
talk about that. But yeah, look at that. I think we can even do slow motion expose effects. Does that work? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a genie and a
Isn't that fun?
bottle.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Get out of here, Make all those windows go away.
The best like Apple CPU stress test is like highlight everything on the dock, put the Genie effect on, and then just hit them all at once.
Oh, we have another Asan. Asen?
So pixelated.
Asa? I'm not sure.
There's
we'll
an
see
M
it here in a
at the end.
second.
But thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Asan. Yeah.
Asan, thank you so much.
Thanks, Asan.
I'm excited for Max Doubt's new album.
Well, I am too.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
So going back to let's spool it backwards a little bit here, and let's go back to the hot topic of the holidays. So Tech, you got some gift cards. Sounds like first off, everyone's general feelings on Christmas, okay? Because I know some people get into it, some people, families make a big deal out of it.
Let me tell you now, Christmas, I think I always loved Christmas. I maintain that it's the best holiday of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's I love the feeling of Christmas, the Christmas energy.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta tell you, living in South Florida, Christmas it sort of gets set on the back burner, and it doesn't ever feel like Christmas. So that's the one drawback.
That's why Kevin McAllister did not want to go to Florida in Home Alone, if you'll recall.
They decorate. They try to they try and light up their palm trees and stuff like that. And it's like, get real. But
with spray paint or something?
No, with lights, Kevin.
I thought you said white out the palm trees.
Oh, light up, light up.
Is it kind of like this, Tech?
I'm picturing people making fake snow palm trees with craft styrofoam and spray paint.
No, there are
maybe some glitter.
Oh God, that is awful.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Wow. Yeah. No. It's not really like that. People don't do that. It's more like they buy Christmas ornaments that are like dolphins and mermaids and stuff. It's really whack.
How about Elvis?
It's kind of nice because I'm not around my family, and there's no pressure to buy any gifts. So that part, the stress is gone. But I do miss the mood.
But it's fun to give gifts. I stopped giving them to you all. Do you remember that year we all got together for Christmas, and I had gone to all of these, the band, I had gone around to 5 different thrift stores to get a unique treasure for everyone, and then we all got together at Skyline, and I just started putting all these presents on the table. I'm like, guys, I got each one of you, a special treasure, and I worked really hard on this, and everyone was like, we didn't get anything. It's like, all right, I'm out. That's it. Game over. But it has become more fun, I think, as I get older, to give presents to my parents. My mom, I can get her a framed picture of me and my girlfriend or something, and she'll be like, oh, Christmas has always been a huge deal in my family, and I always got spoiled rotten, much to the chagrin of many of my friends who did not get spoiled rotten and thought that I was a spoiled child, which I was and continue to be on Christmas. That's just the way it is. Even when times are tough for the family, and we didn't have a lot of money, it was I still got the Sega CD or whatever. And it was crazy.
I remember this one time, because it was a big deal when I was a little kid, and then for a few years after my parents got divorced. But then I just remember my dad it was me and my sister, and then I was married at the time, Nicolina, and my sister's husband Shane. So the 4 of us would be on Christmas morning, and we would have to open our presents at the same time because my dad would have gotten all 4 of us the same thing. And it was a series of gifts that all had the same packaging. They were things like a mirror that like a fogless mirror with a built-in FM AM radio.
Those are cool though.
And a jar that you can put coins in. Then it keeps track of how many coins it is, so long as you insert each one at a time.
So sharper image fan.
Yeah, or it's just like the table in Elder Beerman with just GIFs.
Yes. And I remember the next year I went to like a dollar store or something, and like towards the holidays, and I saw that same packaging on like all of the items in there. I was like, my dad just went to the Dollar General and was like, yeah, they all want
it's the thought that counts.
Yeah,
I guess so. It's fine. You can make fun of people. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal to some people and it's not to others. And I Christmas is slowly becoming more about my little nephew than about me anymore, which is, you know, for the best and the way it should be. Although I still got hooked up with like a sick like stereo receiver, because you remember mine busted out when you guys were in town?
Yeah.
I got hooked up.
Nice.
So I have a nice receiver now that I was able to plug in all my stuff into, but yeah. What about you, Mark? Do they celebrate Christmas in Canada?
Oh, sorry. We do it every other year.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Black Midi, again with
Thanks,
$5,
Black Midi.
and there'll be a message there that Tech will be reading.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I bet it says Happy Birthday, James.
It's got
but it says Merry Christmas, James.
Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too.
That's cute.
I believe Christmas happens twice a year.
Now,
we've been over
James,
this.
Can you tell me why?
Well, so we're all here talking about Christmas, and I still have my tree up downstairs. I'm still feeling the Christmas spirit. Because of the mess that both Trump and the Trump virus have left the post office and the postal system of this country in.
The poor, poor post office.
I'm still waiting on some stuff to arrive. So Christmas continues.
R.I.P.
And it's and look, this track starts with a sample from Christmas Nights. There's a jingle bell in there.
Nice.
Perfect. And so Christmas is gonna come again in December of 2021, and it will be the second time that we've experienced Christmas. So because it spills over, and that's why I wrote the song, Now It's Christmas Time, and then in parentheses, this year again, which you can get on my Bandcamp, hcmjmagic.bandcamp.com.
I get an insatiable appetite to like buy video games around this time of year, and a
lot of good ones out.
I've gone like almost all of 2020 without really buying any games, and I've kind of just been picking up some cool stuff here and there. So it's kind of like, you know, Merry Christmas to myself in January. So I know what you mean. There's something about the early days of January where I just like get on eBay and buy a bunch of bullshit.
Well,
quick side note. Wishing a speedy recovery to Rainy Cakes, who's in the chat, who she just found out that she has COVID.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Rainy Cakes.
So sorry.
That's.
I hope that you can get over it very swiftly.
Yeah, I hope that you're one of the lucky ones that the symptoms aren't super bad. That is really sad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You'll be fine, Rainy Cakes. I believe in you.
Yes. So, going back to the topic of treating ourselves with video games. So as everyone who follows me on Twitter knows by now, that my house was broken into while me and my girlfriends were in Dayton visiting my family. It was a huge drag because my buddy who was taking care of my cat came the next day and FaceTimed us and was like, oh, cool. You know, Andrew's FaceTime, he's like, hey, yeah, your house got broken into, and he's just showing us just the chaos, and it was brutal. I'm not like a clean freak, but I like things to be just nice. You know, I just want things to be nice. And my house was just torn to shreds, which was frustrating. But luckily, I think it was just a crime of opportunity. They figured out no one was home, but they didn't know if we were going to come home, you know, because it looks like they were in and out pretty fast. So like they didn't take my big computer, thank God, because that would have been absolutely
That would have been catastrophic. Yeah.
That would have been a catastrophic loss that it would be very difficult for me to recover from quickly. But I did end up losing a lot of cool stuff like my PS4 Pro, fucking bike, and 2 laptops and an iPad and my cool Tommy Hilfiger watch, $100 of stamps. They took like stamps and batteries, all my PS4 games, half of my PS3 games, and a 4K monitor that I got from my girlfriend for Christmas. That I just had sitting in a box and all kinds of other stuff. It really sucked, but I have nothing to complain about. The sentimental value of the laptop, that sucks, but it wasn't a good laptop anymore. The camera was a good camera, that sucks, and it had a lot of sentimental value, whatever. But there was a collection with some of the Philly Vapor guys got together, and that was amazing and beautiful. And I cried a lot. And
that was big thanks to Skeleton Lipstick.
Yeah, Skeleton Lipstick, Geo Metro, the Virtual 94 boys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all the Philly Vape peeps came through to just give me a bunch of money to help me get my shit back, which was really, really amazing.
I'm really glad that Claude didn't get out.
Well, that too. That's the biggest thing. Is that
For sure.
They not only closed but locked the door behind them. They kicked in the basement window. They must have been real small because they just snaked into a window that is not a big window, and there are like a bunch of pipes in front of it. It might have been the liver guy from X-Files.
Maybe. Oh God, so scary.
I know. But yeah, so I came home. My desk, all the drawers were overturned, and they had been through all, my dresser drawers were out.
That's the worst.
It had just snowed everywhere, so everything was covered in muddy footprints, just everywhere. And they had pulled out my entertainment center, and then the door to the room with my cat's litter box had been closed, and so a incense burner with a bunch of rice in it fell back there, and Claude was using that as a litter box for 2 days. Just really nasty. The place was just wrecked.
Hey James.
Now, you said
Kraken says, can you track the iPad?
Yeah, so I have Find My set up on both the iPad and the Mac, and if they ever connect to the internet, they will immediately be pinged, and then they'll be erased. And require a pin to open, but
I guess that's not really that useful.
But it hasn't happened, so I don't know. Maybe they were like, oh, this is old, and tossed it. I mean, it was an old iPad, not super. It was the first iPad Air. It was a nice one from I guess it's been
now,
10 years, but whatever.
Prints?
Anyway,
analyzing the boot prints and going out, and trying to track their path, and then finding. Shoe vendors that sell those specific boots, and then asking for a list of everyone that bought them, and then camping out.
That sounds like so much. Sounds like so much effort.
Sounds like fun to me. I would do anything to get into some detective work.
Well, hey,
you guys know Miss Marple?
I am a lucky person with a lot of good friends, and I still have my day job, and I have other sources of income, and like I said, it's not like they knew that we weren't home and they just cleared out my house. It could have been a whole lot worse than it actually was. So, snatch and grab, losing my bike really sucked, because that bike was not a good bike when I bought it, and I just poured my soul into it for 2 years and made it something that I was proud of. But the theme has been that me and my girlfriend have both been replacing anything that's been lost with an upgraded, better version. So I lost the PS4 Pro, so I got a PS5. I wasn't even going to get a PS5. I was I'm moving to Japan. I can't, I'm not going to buy a PS5. I don't need to get all that shit. And it's well, what am I going to do? Get another PS4? I mean, well, you got to have something. So I got a PS5, which arrived in the mail today, and then I got a new bike today too, which is really it's it's not the nicest bike in the world, I don't want a really nice bike because I knew that my bike was going to get stolen eventually because I live in Philadelphia and that's just the way it is. So, but it's a nice Fuji, crosstown hybrid with disc brakes and shocks on it, and my other bike didn't have cool features like that. So that's been really nice, and it's just onwards and upwards. And the biggest gift of all was that I was able to be home with my girlfriend for Christmas, and isn't that what life's all about? Counting down.
Hope she sees this. Dude.
She's downstairs playing the PlayStation 5 right now, which honestly I wish I was playing my PlayStation 5 or riding my bike that I got today. But hey, I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy to see you guys. Because another big thing about Christmas, and the reason why I think I love Christmas more than anything else, is because every year I always give myself 2 weeks of like zero work. And this year I did have to do a bunch of stuff for the DDS Tape Club, and that's fine. It's work I'm happy to do. But like, I really haven't thought about my big boy job in like 2 weeks, and it was so amazing and incredible because it was so stressful last year. And it was just
so to be clear, were you able to decompress a little bit? Because you were definitely like fucking stressed the fuck out.
I know. I'm
like,
sorry.
You weren't even being you weren't being like an asshole or anything like that. I just knew you had like so much shit going on between the fucking between the launch of the Tape Club and your actual job with in Philly.
Yeah.
So I was like happy for you to be able to like take this like 2 week break and then fucking these pieces of shit fucking rob your house.
Yeah.
And I was like, God damn it, like.
And that was the really hard moment when I was in Dayton watching all this, and I was just like, I just wanted to relax, like.
Yeah.
Fuck. But once we got back, and like I spent an entire day just like nuking the house, just cleaning everything, just knowing that some strange person or persons was in there was just like upsetting. But once I got on the other side of that, and then it was like, okay, fuck it, I'm getting a PS5, and that, that chain of events started. Then we got the stimulus money, and I'm feeling better now. So I am nervous about the stress I will be feeling, knowing what's coming down the line. Yeah. However, I've already completed the album for February for the Tape Club, and then you're doing the one for March, and then I already have a start on the one for April, so we're like starting to get ahead of that. And
you guys are good.
Yeah, and like I understand, and it was also really stressful because for the first 2 months, because it was all kind of weird and new, we were giving the rewards to like everyone who was subscribed for the entire month, just as like a first 2 month special. But now there's like a day, and I can pull that list, and now I know exactly who's getting what, how much we need of everything, and everything is running way more smoothly now. So it's just a matter of we are still waiting on the second batch of SeaWorld tapes, which is stressing me out, but
yeah, that's so annoying. They sent Tai-Sai first, but
I know they'll get here when they get here. The Tai-Sai tapes.
Don't stress.
Yeah,
people know that they're getting them, and like, I think that your fans are all. I mean, I've been in the Discord, and everyone seems really sweet and nice, and
they are beautiful.
Yeah, the Discord is wonderful, and big thanks to everybody who makes that place just a really.
You're welcome.
Happy functioning place. Thanks, Kevin. I know you're.
So yeah.
Speaking of, I've moved the Patreon, the Eclipse Picks Patreon to Bandcamp now, and it's there's a new mid-tier pricing for cassettes. So I've got a $15 cassette tier. I'm not really on social media, so there's not a whole lot of places for me to announce this, but. Yeah, if you've like missed out on my game streams or whatever, you can now subscribe to Eclipse Picks on Bandcamp and get all of Season 1 from last year instantly. And today I've spent most of the day and yesterday kind of remastering my first 2 albums under my birth name, Kevin Hine, Gauze and Gauze 2. And that'll be released for this month, for January's Eclipse Picks.
Sweet.
So.
Just in time for your birthday.
How are you liking... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. How are you liking the Bandcamp versus Patreon?
It's great. I mean, I think the easiest, the best part of the Bandcamp is, before I was using Patreon, but I was still distributing codes via Bandcamp. So I would have to like make a new email and then like copy the person's name and email address and code over and send it, and then send that for every single code. Whereas now it's like, I just upload it and then everybody gets the email that there's a new album, and it's that much better.
The only frustrating thing I think with Bandcamp, at least compared to Patreon, is that is the Discord invite situation.
Right. You have to send out the emails. So, but
yeah,
at least I can send out an email and BCC everybody that joined that day at the end of the day, versus like having to send each person an individual Bandcamp code, you know.
So Kevin,
for sure.
Are you keeping both of them going now? What's your plan?
So I've paused billing for Patreon to give people ample time to switch over. They're both active, but the Patreons are not being charged for January, and they're not going to be charged in February either. The goal is to try to get everybody over before I shut it down, and I think I'm just going to keep the posts archived, but just make it so that you can't sign up anymore.
Well, here, I'm actually a subscriber, so let me sign out so we can...
Yeah, finalize that.
There's Ghost Diamonds. So let's go back to World of Equip here and take a look at how beautiful this looks here.
Did either of you guys get the chance to check out the Christmas album? I'm really proud of that one.
I haven't listened to it yet.
No, not the Christmas album, no.
Oh, God, look at you. I love you so much, Kevin. I miss you. So for $5 a month, you get the new music that you make, and you get, so you've uploaded the previous year, the previous season. So if you join, you get the digital copies of an entire year's worth of music from you, which is incredible.
That's right.
And then you also have a physical tier at 15, where you get the tapes, right?
Yep.
And then for 25, so why don't you tell us about your cultist level tier that you got here?
So the 25 was actually a lot of people that supported the old $25 tier on Patreon still wanted to continue to support with that amount. So yeah, you get the same cassette basically, but I'll handwrite a little note inside the J card for you, like I did with the Patreon tier. You get an exclusive sticker pack with like different stickers that pertain to each of the different mixtapes. When shows open up again, you'll get a guest list spot if I'm like playing in your city or whatever, you know.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I've opened a Ask Me Anything channel on Discord that's for the top tier too. So if you want to ask me like personal questions or like recipe ideas, or like if you need help on your Ableton production or whatever, I'll answer
hair routines,
pretty much anything that people will ask me on there.
So awesome. You can go to worldofequip.bandcamp.com and subscribe today. Do not miss out, because we love Kevin and he's amazing. And if, I don't know, cancel your Netflix and your Disney Plus, sign up for Equip and DDS New World Mixtape Club. And that's all the content you're going to need. You can talk to us, hang out with us. We can...
That's 24 albums a year.
That's like 1,000 albums, you know?
We will torrent the content that you want from Netflix and post it in Google Drive on the Discord.
So speaking of which, it's also worth noting that if you go to Death's Dynamic shroud.bandcamp.com,
I'm still waiting for Mark's Club.
You can join the New World Mixtape Club, which is pretty similar to Kevin's situation. we're also releasing new albums. As you can see here, we have 3 that we've released so far, which is exciting. Tech's Yellow Flower Lost just released. Congratulations. It's a triumph, and I think that the feedback has been overwhelmingly huge.
Very large feedback.
Yes, very large. And so we have a $7 digital tier, $15 for the tape, and then our Cult of the Shroud tier at $25. That gets you the monthly postcard that we send out and hand write to you, and then also DDS voicemail, which was something, it was just an idea when we were making the promo trail, like, what could we give for $25? Not thinking that anyone would sign up for it, and I was like, I don't know, how about DDS voicemail? And then that tier ended up being more popular than we thought, and now we find ourselves recording a lot of DDS voicemail every month. But each one is personalized, and it's delivered it's from our heart to your ears every month.
That's awesome.
So, desdynamicshroud.bandcamp.com, and then, of course, worldoфequip.bandcamp.com. So I guess...
In your Discord, and it looks like the demand for the DDS voicemail is quite frothing.
Yes. If we miss it by one day, it's like, where's my voicemail?
Where's my voicemail?
We're on it. I promise you.
You guys are much better about... You've delivered all of your stuff on the first of the month so far, right? I mean...
Well...
Except for the tapes, because we had to order a bunch more of them, which is
People understand the tapes, because that's like a nationwide thing, you know, like you just can't get tapes on time, and you just can't get tapes right now.
There's stuff that I shipped on December 6th that is still not been delivered. Like 3, and it sucks because one of them is like in Rails, like he's like the biggest DDS fan, and like his tape is still just out there somewhere.
I think everyone understands.
Yeah.
But I was able to give Enrail and Molo their postcards in person.
Oh.
Because
save postage.
They were in town, so that was fun.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, guys, but I'm not going to make it through the entire call. I had to switch back to charging because I'm on my phone, and the Skype is using more battery than faster than the phone can charge. So
wow.
Do you have a bigger power brick?
My power brick is dead right now because I wasn't anticipating using it, and I didn't charge it today. And it's plugged right into a USB wall outlet.
Wow.
Do you have the high voltage wall outlet, like for an iPad?
I don't.
Okay.
What's your battery at right now?
10%.
Oh no!
Jeez.
Shit.
I plugged it in when it was at
up.
20%, and I thought that it would at least stay at 20, but I just got the 10% ding.
What's your?
And Skype
well, I guess
the app open.
Yeah, there's all sorts of video coming in and out through your cell phone data. Any word on your internet?
You know what? Let me check the AT&T app right now. The Smart Home Manager.
Does that happen often? I hear people like their internet's going out in the States, and everyone's got like Comcast, and you're always complaining about internet down there.
This is the first time I've ever had an outage after a year of fiber service in Chicago. So
yeah, I have FiOS, and there are never any problems unless like something physical happens, like a truck knocks down the line outside or something.
My internet goes out every other week.
That sounds like something that would happen in Florida to me. It's like the alligators stop delivering the data to the Walmart parking
Tech, now
lot
you just know how Mark feels about all of the Canada.
That's why I was just like, I give it to him all the time. I can take it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, our internet is transferred through snow here. So in the summer, we actually just have to use the Canada Post. Yeah, so keep that energy going.
Right.
Yeah.
Mountie is bringing packets back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, the funny thing is that Canada Post, like, you guys have your own issues with mail, but Canada Post, like, before COVID at all, was going out of business. And they announced like you can't afford to deliver mail to your door anymore, so everyone just goes to like a lineup in a parking lot to get their mail and shit. And like and then COVID happened and it like started thriving again. They're like, oh, people want to buy stuff and ship it again, buy stamps. This is great. I'm glad that worked out. Yeah.
So you're saying that COVID actually might be a conspiracy created by the Canada Post in order to drum up business?
It's not exactly what I was saying, but
so that's basically what you said.
On record, that's what I said now. Okay.
I
wouldn't put it past them.
It is super nerve-wracking sharing my actual main computer desktop with the world right now. I feel like I'm one click away from revealing like 17 secrets. Like, bet you the Shroudies would love to know what's in my current projects folder, you know? Like,
ooh, why don't you open it up?
Like the
no way!
Doc on my desktop that's just like bank passwords.
Wow.
Well,
I'm
like,
gonna
I wanted
when I AnyDesk you next time, so.
Well, I wanted to, like, I wanted to show the About This Mac, but, like, it will show my serial number. And, you know, it's, like, probably fine, but I don't know.
That's the beauty of the virtual desktop experience, is that it's just a bad Photoshop of a desktop and no one can access your app store.
Right. So this is the...
I would be afraid of accidentally opening my folder titled Girls Auga.
Or
so,
passwords. Yeah.
Another huge change in the OS that is worth noting here, just to take this back a little bit. For the first time in 20 years, basically, we have a whole new set of sound effects. For the Mac system, there's a different emptying the trash, there's a different take a screenshot, there's a different moving something. There are no more springy sounds. The emptying the trash no longer sounds like paper crumbling. It's like a weird door shutting or something.
Yeah, I've heard people who are like, I think B mentioned that they were a little perturbed by the sound of the trash can, the new trash can.
That's fair. So here, I don't think I'll be able to...
I'm curious. I want to hear that.
Let me think. How can I share this?
Well, if you can't figure it out in 10 seconds, it's not worth it.
I can't. Yeah, I cannot.
Okay.
I would like to share this with the folks at home, though. And I don't know, Tech, you can watch the video on demand, or if the three of you stop talking, and then you can turn it up, mute yourself, and then turn up your audio, you'll be able to hear on a slight delay.
Think so?
So
it's complicated.
Obviously, so it's cool because these are all based on like the old Mac sounds, but they're new sounds with the same names. I won't go through all of them, but obviously I chose Crystal, as you can hear. That's my alert sound. Isn't that just fantastic?
Can you just verbally describe each one for us at home here?
So this sounds like a tiny, not like T-I-N-Y, but like T-I-N-E-Y, like a
fork tine,
like a fork tine, but yeah, tinish.
Wow, great description.
Here, James.
Bubble.
I'll tell you what, James.
We got boop.
I'll tell you what, James. I'll tell you what, James. I'll tell you what, James. If you click or find one of the ones there, because I can't read what they are, and you listen to it, then you tell me what the sound is like. Then I'll try and tell you what I think that sounds like based on your description.
And then we'll rank.
Oh, like you'll make the sound with your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, so here. All right, so it's hard. It's hard to describe without
too easy.
making the sound, but I'll do my best here.
Okay.
So it's like a tritone, but there's like a weird harmony going on with it that's moving in parallel. Starts.
And what is
imagine a tritone like starting up and then going down, and there's a bit of a percussive pluck in the middle.
Okay, in my brain it sounds like.
Pretty close.
Okay.
It's like it's just a little faster than what you were thinking. So that's an A+ for both of us, I would say.
Okay.
This one sounds like you've just dropped a ball through like a PVC pipe, and it bounces 4 times, but really, really fast. Yeah, just a little more high pitch. It has kind of that. That's pretty close. And then the folks at home, they can hear this, so they can. Hopefully, they can.
They can grade you.
Can everyone at home hear this? I'm gonna wait for the chat to catch up here to make sure. Your Unspeakable says epic show.
This is the theme of the show.
Oh, they can't hear it. Oh, they can't. That sucks.
Even better.
That sucks. But Aloe Obscura says it's even better that way. Here.
All right, one more. I just want to do one more.
Okay, I'll do one, but I think I can turn this on so they can hear it. I just have to set up the loopback audio here. Yeah. Let's get this set up. Let's see here. So everyone's getting a peek behind the
guys, but I gotta go. I'm on 3%.
All right. Well, once you're back up to 20, just pop back in. We'll be waiting for you, buddy.
Okay.
We'll got another hour.
Bye, Kevin.
We'll be doing the exact same thing.
I think I might just have to add system audio. Can you just add? Oh, system preferences. There we go. That's where the sound's coming from. Okay, so let's see if this works. Everyone at home, please hold your breath.
Beautiful.
Is that? I don't think this is working. So we're gonna can this segment then.
Well, I just wanted to do
the trash can sound. Do the trash can sound.
Ooh, what does the trash can sound like?
Well, I've already kind of described it to you. If I'm just
right.
Okay.
So that sounds like a 909 snare, kinda, with a slight high end on it. Honestly, when you throw
just
something
like a
away,
single like.
Yeah, it's like a. But it sounds more like a 909 than a 808 or anything else. And then when you empty the trash.
What does that sound like?
There is still a little crumbling on the high ends. Oh yeah, they stole my monitors too, but I replaced them with the step up version. I had the ATH M40Xs before, and these are the M50Xs. So that was an upgrade.
Oh, your headphones?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about your computer monitor. I was like, what?
No, I'm sorry, my ear goggles here. Yeah. So that's exciting.
This kind of reminds me of those like YouTube channels where they like dissect and like musically dissect songs and jingles and things like that, but you're doing it just from verbal descriptions of sound effects, and then the theory behind how it was created through sound design, just from your little guttural sounds.
There's some people excited about the term ear goggles. That is from the Beastie Boys. I'm pretty sure. Paul's Boutique. I strap on my ear goggles and I'm ready to go. Because at the boards is the man they call a Mario C.
Kevin, are you watching this stream, Kevin?
Oh man,
Kevin,
I miss.
Kevin, type to us if you're watching the stream.
Now we're cooking. This is a show. Welcome to Genie.
Yeah, I wonder if he's
He's probably going to the washroom or something like that.
Yeah.
Taking a break.
He can he could join the Skype chat and then he could send us messages.
That's true.
Send us
it'd be like it's like when Godspeed You Black Emperor, when I saw them live and then they came out into the crowd to play the last song. You know? Mm-hmm. James, you don't remember that.
Thanks for reminding me. It's a pretty good story, though. I don't think I've told that story.
No.
So me and, just real quick, me and friend of the show, Gus Stathis. You remember when Gus was on? That was a great time. Gus was a great guy. We love Gus.
Love Gus.
We were on our way to that same Godspeed You Black Emperor show in Cleveland, that everyone in Dayton was going to. Anyone who was anyone in the Dayton, Ohio music scene at that time was going to that Godspeed You Black Emperor show. Black Dice opened, and
China.
I was driving Gus's car, which was like a very old, like 80s Lincoln Buick, some kind of like.
Bear in mind, this was like 2004. Right. It was 2004, and he was driving around like a 1984 fucking Oldsmobile or something.
Yeah, it was a really old car.
It
was like an old man. We used to call them old man rides. They were just an old man ride, land boat kind of situation. And we're feeling so good. We're like passing Columbus, so we're about halfway there, or a little less than halfway. And
you were in the car with just Gus. I was in a different car with the bassist Michael. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's just Gus and I. We're driving. We're cruising. We're blasting the Wu-Tang Clan. I remember that specifically, and feeling real good, just all around. And then all of a sudden, the car starts decelerating. And I'm like, huh. And so I give it a little more gas, but it's still slowing down. Until finally I'm giving it all the gas, and it's clearly just like, we're coming to a stop. I'm like, this has never happened before. I don't know. So I put on the blinkers, and I pull over off to the side of the road, and it just like barely is able to roll, off to the side. And we stop the car, and I turn it off, and that's when I start to notice a little smoke coming out from under the hood in the front. I'm like, Gus, the car's smoking. So I'm thinking, it's overheated. We're just gonna have to put some coolant in there. Gus probably
you could say that.
Gus, just didn't change his fluids. Something's happened here. This is bullshit. We're gonna get this fixed. We're gonna get on our way. We're gonna get on the road again. And so then I pop the hood of the car, and when I pop it, I notice a little tongue of flame, of fire, come out from the crack that I've just popped open. And I look at Gus and I'm like, Gus, I think we need to step away from this vehicle right now. And so we did. And then sure enough, and it's great that this track is playing right now. It's that, the really sad one from Uemi, Please never leave me. So we step back, and then like 5 to 10 minutes later, it's hard to say how long, just fire starts coming very strongly from underneath the hood of the car, until finally there's a moment where there's just like a, and the whole thing just erupts in flames. And the car is just like a towering inferno. I don't know if anyone here has ever seen a large car on fire on the side of the road. Wow. That is what happened to this car. And so, the fire truck came to put it out, and they had to block off all of I-70, which is a very large and important highway. Was completely blocked off for a good half hour to an hour while they tried to get this under control. And Gus and I are just standing there, just watching his car burn. Like an hour and a half.
Every single one of his entire CD collection was in that car.
Yeah, he had.
I was going to ask if anything valuable.
Yeah, he
had one of those giant binders that was like binders full of women, binders full of CDs.
So flammable.
And they all burned up. And also, didn't the tires all pop one at a time?
Yeah, that was really the exciting. So we're just standing back there, and the cops are just like, we just gotta let this thing burn now. And then the pressure in the tires start to build up, and they're just like fucking bombs going off.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was a nightmare. The nice man gave us a ride to a Wendy's, where we called. I think Gus's mom or dad. Oh, we have Wit Music. Thanks for the $10.
Wit Music, thank you. I'll read the message when it pops up.
You got the James GIF too there.
Yeah.
Sega Octopus.
Thank you. Oh, Gus is in the chat. He said, the original Fatum EP survived. Oh, hold on. On behalf of the New World Tape Club, thank you both so much. Still waiting on that $25,000 cancellation tier. Probably not going to happen. But Gus said the original Fatum EP, which was the band that James and I were in before it was called The Sailing, survived with just some crispy corners. I still have it somewhere. And that's important as that was, Gus owned they were all numbered 1 through 37 because we made 37 copies. And
they
Gus
were numbered
had
very
the first
largely, much to Ken's chagrin.
But anyway, that was, yeah.
Yeah, so, long story short, we get the Wendy's, Gus's parents come to pick us up, and they give us a ride back to the car. It's just a black skeleton, just like shell on the side of the road, and the only things that survived were a chess set, that Fatum EP, and the Holy Bible. So
Wow.
That was in the trunk.
Wow.
So God made it happen. He wanted to make sure that we didn't get to see Godspeed You Black Emperor, to see the show that people are still talking about to this day. It was like the Yankee UXO tour. God fucking damn it. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Thanks God. Last time I ever praised him. Fuck God.
Well, he saved the Bible for you.
Anyway.
So you could repent and see a new concert.
Yeah. But staying on topic here, so you have to understand that original EP, we had printed out the covers on like photo paper that I then folded in half that we were inserting as the booklet in a jewel case, in a CD jewel case, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna number these all. So they're like, here, James, you number them, and it's like I'm doing it at like lunch or whatever. And here, I'll draw the picture just so we can get the full picture here. So if this is...
So this is your first band?
Yeah, so if...
Yeah, Gus was not in the band yet.
Okay.
He was our biggest fan.
It's true.
Right, nice.
So you can imagine, so this is the... first off, isn't this a great Dayton, Ohio? Pretty cool there. So if that's the opened thing. Oh, here, I'll just do it as if this piece of paper is the book. No, so here is the jewel case booklet, right? Go. So you have it in there. You take it out and you open it up, and it was just blank inside. And I was tasked to number them on the inside. So you'd think that, someone would do something like this, right? So that it's just like 1 of 30, right?
I'm waiting for it to show up on my big screen so I can see it. Hold on, I just want to see it.
Yeah, so I think this is what the expectation was like a real humble kind of...
that.
Yeah. Instead, what I ended up doing was with a big Sharpie, which I don't have any on hand now. I did it like this. So it looked like this. Just like the entire 2 pages was covered in like the numbers, and I'm like,
I can't see it, so I'm waiting.
It should pop up there.
Oh, there. Yeah.
It's tiny, but it's big enough you can see it on the thumbnail.
Like a young Tech Honors. I was just so easily irritable about things, and I was just so pissed.
Tech was so pissed at me because I had ruined all of these, and like it's just like it made sense.
I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah,
you're 15 or 16. You're 15 when the car exploded as well, or is that?
No, I was like 18. Yeah, that was later.
But yeah, how long were you active in this band?
Fatum existed from 2000 to 2002, and then we changed the name of the band to The Sailing.
Everyone is now currently hearing a track from SeaWorld 2. If you'd like to get your own copy to download, then join the New World Mixtape Club, and you too.
Oh my... What? Dude, the cake is gone because Kevin left the chat, so I can't do the cake anymore.
Oh my god. He took his cake, he wanted the cake and ate it too.
Anyway, good memories.
You ever hear the breakdown of how that phrase works? Because I never understood it.
Oh, yeah. I also learned about this within the last year or so, and I was like, oh, yeah. That makes so much more sense.
For the chat, there's the phrase, have your cake and eat it. You want your cake and eat it too. And it was always confusing to me because it was like, well, yeah, of course I want to fucking eat the cake. What else am I going to do with the cake? Like, if you have it, you're going to eat it. But what it actually means, which I never understood until it was rephrased, it should be phrased, you want to eat your cake and have it too. Meaning that you can't have the cake and also have eaten it simultaneously. It's either one or the other.
Right.
And so yeah, when I heard it said as you want to eat your cake and have it too, I was like, oh. So
it's one of them English deals. It is. I'm sorry. One final side note about the time that the car caught on fire. I had 10 CDs with me inside of. I had one of those. Gen Z won't remember, but they used to have CD players that had CD changers in like cartridges that you would put in the trunk. Yeah. And so you'd put your 10 favorite CDs in like a cart that you would then insert into your trunk, and then you would just access on your LCD panel, 10 CDs. Imagine 10 CDs. So I had just brought the cartridge with me on that trip, was able to recover the cartridge that melted over, and later I was able to break open the top, and I still have it as objet d'art downstairs, this melted CD thing with like the 10 CDs that I was listening to at the time. Wow. It's like either or Elliott Smith, David Bowie's Low, 13, Think Tank rather.
Those are good picks.
No Offspring on there?
No, Billy Joel's Nylon Curtain, also Billy Joel's SeaWorld 1. Also Billy Joel's 52nd Street. I was on a Billy Joel kick. I think the Flaming Lips, there's a Quasi album in there. So, it's typical James shit, from that era. Quasi, whatever. Quasi.
2004, 2005. I don't remember what I was doing at that time. I don't know how you have such clear. I guess that's a traumatic event. So
I know those CDs by heart because I've been looking at them for years and years.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just in general, I'm impressed by how much you guys remember about your high school band and stuff, and it's like feels very legendary to you. Like whereas I had a high school band. It was a ska band. It was called Pepperoni Happens. We changed our name to Terrible Syntax. We played a bunch of shows.
Pepperoni Happens.
And it's like the discount bin version of your guys' story. I just I can't. It's like I can't remember. I don't want to remember. But I admire your guys' ability to weave a story about it. Yeah,
we want to remember because those were the best days of our lives.
They were golden years. Golden years.
Yeah, just on Skype.
Golden years.
Recreate sound effects for Streamlabs tips.
He's so much smaller. This is great. You can't stop me now. What a pleasing experience it is to use Mac OS. This Windows just doesn't feel like this. It doesn't feel so put together. It doesn't feel like someone actually thought about how all this would look. Like you look at like the Windows Media Player, and it's just like, holy cow,
I tried to rip a CD the other day using Windows Media Player, and I couldn't figure it out for like half an hour.
It is no good. It is no good, buddy.
Are there any recordings of Pepperoni Happens, Mark?
Can I Google this? Is this Google?
I don't know. I might have had a MySpace. I did a cover of a Rancid song where I changed the lyrics to be about the play Hamlet for a final project in school.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll try and find that for you guys. I wouldn't Google search for Pepperoni Happens. Wouldn't Google search that if I were you.
Well, I'm doing it in
safe search. same thought process there.
I don't think.
James, do you have Old Glory in your iTunes?
I don't know. I can't look in this iTunes because it would be like 20,000 secrets told.
What if I send you the song?
Yeah,
via text.
Do you want to listen to it? Is that?
No, I don't want to listen to it. I just want to show the.
Oh yeah, send me the art and I'll make it. Just message it to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Send it through Skype. That would be easier. I don't want to reveal all
through
that.
Skype.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Through the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, our MySpace seems to still be active.
In war, we're all losers.
Yeah, basically, I had a project in senior year of high school, which senior year for me was a joke, because I had to go to this like remedial school because I was gonna fail out. I went to drop out of high school. It doesn't matter. The point is, I had to go to this weird school where I didn't have to really do very much work. But I had to do a project, and I could choose however I wanted to do the project. But the project had to be on whatever fucking thing I picked that was like history related. So I had to pick two. So it was like the Revolutionary War and the Civil War, because I figured those were the two easiest things to learn about. So then like when I had to like do like a project, I was like, can I make up a song about it? And so my teachers were like, yeah, that's fine. And so I made up I had a song that I had written on piano, and then I had like a melody and everything written, so I just changed all the lyrics to be about the Revolution and the Civil War. And then I like had to get creative with it and make like an album cover and like a slipcase. And so I did. James, did you get it?
Oh, did you send it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see it. No, I saw Mark's link. I'll save this
we
down.
We changed our names to Virgin Space Cadets.
Yeah. So what year is this, Mark? Because you're here in this Windows XP UI here. Was this?
That's
current?
That's like 2007 or something.
So you invented vaporwave, is what I'm hearing.
I might have, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I mean, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, what is your verdict?
Is it dated on
I don't think MySpace has data like that.
The audio works anymore. It doesn't have the
There's
UI.
nothing on this page except for this image.
Wow.
That's all that remains.
I tried to find the music one time on MySpace, and it just like the track was there, but it just wouldn't play.
Yeah, they accidentally deleted all of that music. That was a big
excellent. Love
scandal.
it.
Wow, that picture though.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of had the same hair as you, Tech.
Yeah, can't
There's no easy way to do this. Hold on.
No other way.
Don't expose your files.
I really don't want to expose
Our
my files.
Skype chat is really wigging me out. There's like Vin Diesel and weird stuff in there. I don't like it.
Yeah, all the turkey eggs.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay, yeah, we got it here. How's that? So here, Rocket's Red Glare by Old Glory.
So the band I named, was the band Rocket's Red Glare, or the album title is Rocket's Red Glare?
In War Were All the Losers, artist Old Glory, album Rocket's Red Glare.
And so then I made this using construction paper like a child. And just it looks like I used some sort of like Weezer-esque Old Glory 80s rock
Yeah, here I can blow this up by I'll take a screenshot here, which also has a new sound.
And yes, it's 8 minutes long. It's like super dramatic because like it was like this like this 3-part ballad that I had written, that was gonna be like a full like the sailing song, but just never happened. But then I changed all the lyrics, so and like I put that sticker, like I printed it out on sticker paper. Old Glory's debut album featuring the hit single "In War We're All the Losers."
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
So
yeah.
So like Tech is like 18 at this point, you know. Like this is like adult Tech.
Construction paper.
There's something so wonderfully like it's like serial killer art or something. Just like John Wayne Gacy's paintings.
You can see the staples in the side because it made like a slipcase.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. This is like it's like craft art. It's like South Park or something, or like the It's not bad, man. I just love how Old Glory is like the Weezer logo, and just I would have spelled glare wrong probably. So almost looks like Galare, because that kind of looks like a
with a little tilde.
Yeah, Galare. So there you go, featuring the hit single "In War We're All the Losers." So to hear "In War We're All the Losers," maybe we'll drop that in the
Discord.
Yeah, on the cultist in the inner sanctum of the shroud. So you have to subscribe for $25 if you want to hear that. We'll archive that for you. So I need to go run and grab some coffee real quick. So I'm gonna leave it to just you guys real quick.
I'm really curious about and Rails mentioning Vin Diesel's Facebook page from 2009. Yeah. And now James is gone, so there's no way we can access that site. Unless he's still here.
Have you ever seen it?
No, I want to see it.
It's absurd. I remember seeing I feel like it just has a bunch of really, really low-res images. I don't know, maybe InReal can explain.
Let's just verbally describe websites in addition to sound effects.
That's a great idea. Let's have the chat verbally describe them. And then... Yeah, it's just the Mark and Tech hour.
And then Tech will leave it, it'll just be me, and it'll be like when Garth is alone on Wayne's World, just sitting there. It's just me now, everything's fine.
How many ska bands have you been in, Mark?
I would say under 10, but it depends on what you define as a ska band, or a band in general. In some ways I've been in no bands. And in other ways, I've been in many bands. That's a
little esoteric. But how many bands? How many band names can you name that you were in bands of?
Let's see. We got Pepperoni Happens, Terrible Syntax, Virgin Space Cadets, and that's it really. I guess I've made several, when I got GarageBand, I made a lot of ska songs with default saxophone synth sampled synth sounds and stuff like that.
Wow.
Just on my own.
How did you do the drums?
I just used the home row.
Wow.
The keyboard. So I just do everything. I make a whole song that's like a ska song, and
do you still have those?
I might. Yeah, I do have a hard drive that has 1 million out of date GarageBand files on it that I've been saving specifically to open one day, but I don't know if I ever will. I don't know if I want to hear those, but
James and I had an idea once upon a time to because we have so many one-off side projects that we actually recorded songs for, just because we had access to recording stuff and we were obnoxious and teenagers or whatever. And for example, just looking at a list here, there was one called The Versailles, which I think, I'm not sure what the theme was. I think they just recorded, the Versailles would just made songs in the style of other bands, but very poorly. There was Ambiguous Bathroom, which is a little ahead of its time.
Wow.
They just made themes for different people. I
love that.
Oh God, Captain Greencoat, Monotone Rottweiler. That was just me and Gus making songs that were sort of like children's music. Raisin State Fielded Golds, which was a power pop punk duo between James and Gus, and they only made sports-themed music using MIDI classical instruments.
That sounds great, actually.
Yeah, they had one song called Soccer Star. The chorus, I believe, was "Kick the ball, make the goal, please take me home from school."
Wow.
Anyway, so
did you
yeah,
perform any of these, or are these all just like sort of candid recordings in a studio you had access?
Some of them took more effort than I'd like to admit, but I don't think any of them ever actually played live. But there was a whole point in me bringing that up because it had something to do with I don't know, who the fuck knows.
I'm still enjoying the trip down memory lane. I kind of want to hear some of that. But you were talking about accessing old files and.
Yes. Yeah. So we were going to upload all of those onto a Bandcamp, and we were going to make the album cover black, and all of the text black, and the background black. So the entire page is just a black Bandcamp page, and you'd have to figure it out if you wanted to. You
have to highlight the whole thing.
Yeah, but you'd have to know to highlight. So if you found that, you would just be like, "What the hell is this?"
You got to get a special URL for it that's really, really, really long.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it'd be like this secret where these songs exist somewhere, but yeah. Anyway, James, I was just talking about Raisin State Fielded Golds, and all the Versailles.
This one's for you, Mom.
Yeah,
I like how those words make sense to James, just completely out of context. Where
Raisin
really,
State Fielded Golds.
I do think Raisin State Fielded Golds is the funniest because it's like Raisin State Fielded Golds.
It's really difficult to say. It's a marble mouth moment.
Yeah.
Tech, did you update the Big Pan playlist?
The Many Moons?
No, the Neo Gaia playlist on Spotify.
Oh, you said Big Pan. I wasn't sure what you were talking about.
Oh, then I said playlist.
Understand our Skyrim ports without.
Yeah, did Kevin send any songs? Oh, he did.
Yeah, he was the first one.
He was.
As
the rest of you send songs?
Yep.
Me too. Well, let's see what we got here. All right.
This is a sad
James,
one here.
You want to open up the
titular track.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I can do it. Spotify's telling me please try again later.
What a jerk.
I opened it just says please try again later.
That's none of their business what's going on there.
Okay.
One thing that I liked better in Catalina, they've iOS-ified all application icons across the system. They're all rounded squares now.
Yeah.
So Logic Pro is like this. In Catalina, they had different silhouettes, but they were all flat, And now it's I don't know, it seems like it's caught in some in-between. If I just blow this up here, look how easy it is to just take a screenshot of something, instantly, just a portion of the screen. And pull it up here, quick look at... I don't know, it just seems like it's... there's the green at the bottom, is it am I seeing through the bubble? Is it reflecting it? Just doesn't seem like they're quite there with that.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of jumped the shark with some of their iOS stuff, when they tried to transfer from skeuomorphism into the flat, kind of following the trend of flat. So
I like the flat. I think the flat, it's great. It's better than the weird brush metal wood grain shit from the early aughts,
Yeah, but they kind of pioneered that look, and with flat, they weren't really. They were kind of just everyone's doing the flat, so let's do the flat.
Yeah. That's how I felt about it too.
The new... Alright, the App Store looks nice, Find My looks nice, Photos looks nice, new Adobe's, whatever. Yeah, but it's I liked that So like Steam and OBS and those were circles. QuickTime Player was a Q, just the Q, but now it's like a Q inside of a rounded square. Everything has to be inside a rounded square. And I'm so used to Logic being a platinum record frame. Now it looks like half of it's missing.
Where's the new Logic? I don't see it.
It's right here. Here, I'll blow it up. So
like so I gotta wait for it to go big.
Yeah, here,
It won't. It doesn't even get big on the screen.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is that? Have you ever seen anything that looks like that? Like a record and a plaque and with a rounded frame? It looks awful.
It's a CD on a serving tray for tea. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm dreading the day that Ableton becomes not a perfect square. And Live will become rounded.
Oh,
it just won't be nice. But oh well. Hey, things change. Who cares? None of it matters. Nothing matters.
None of this matters.
It don't matter. Anyway.
So you pull up the Neo Gaia Fantasy playlist.
It's also worth noting, Winterlude. I found this CD in a stack of old CDs at my parents' house. It's something that they bought in it's very late 90s or early aughts, something like that. And it's just like instrumental Christmas music, super generic. But my God, this version of Good Christian Men Rejoice. It's all on I don't know, it's like if you got some big Korg synthesizer and just use the stock patches, and there's one with little crystal rainfall in the background, and they're playing a Lutheran hymn on it, basically. I listened to this track so many times. Whenever we exchange presents, I just put it on a loop on the BT downstairs. So definitely, I should have put this on the playlist. Shit.
Too late.
Is it really too late?
I don't care.
You can, let's see, I had the Riven soundtrack and Ego Tripping. Whatever my third pick was.
Okay, we'll just replace it with that one.
Replace it with Good Christian Men Rejoice. You can just search Winterlude.
We'll get there, but I'm going to do this one at a time, so just go to the playlist and you'll see it import.
Okay, great.
Kevin's first song was my Quiet Forest Home. Jeez,
that's not. That was mine.
Oh, that was yours? You went first?
No, okay. But that was my selection. Unless we selected the same thing, which is possible.
Oh, because when you scroll, never mind.
We have really a lot in common.
Boring. It's basically, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, Mark. You get to go first. My Quiet Forest Home.
It's from a game that I like to play.
And I had a Rebecca Peak song called My Forest Room. You remember?
I do remember, and actually, I looked up the name of that song when I was titling the song Forest Monastery for Yellow Flower Lost, because I was afraid that you already had a song called Forest Monastery or Forest Church or something.
Maybe they ripped you off.
I think that's on the Silent Hill 4 soundtrack or something. There's a song with a similar title.
Yeah. Well, My Quiet Forest Home is by Yasunori Nishiki, and it's on the Octopath Traveler.
I always wanted to play that.
Yeah, I only played the demo.
It's short, isn't it?
I don't know. Never played it.
Or
only
it's
the
either
demo.
short or it's really long.
I think it's long. I think it's 8 games in one.
Yeah, if it's long, I don't want to play it.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
It needs an easy mode where you can play it in an hour.
But yeah, I did hear it was really good, though. Secondly...
There is just real quick, Tech, there is a track on the Silent Hill 4 soundtrack called Cradle of Forest.
Okay. So,
I don't love a forest.
Second song is Flash Graphics. Mark, what can you tell us about Jeffrey Bestow's classic?
I heard this on Twitter for the first time the other day. I'm keeping mine to one sentence.
Hey, like manna from heaven. This manna arrives.
Hey.
We were talking about you.
Manna arrives from Kevin.
Like manna from Kevin.
Come on, don't laugh at him. I'm the one who made up the joke. Mark, third is from a man we all know and love, called VAPERROR.
Oh yeah, I forgot what I added. It's a song that our friend Jeff made. It's really good.
Understated as always. Wonderful.
He's been. A side note, I'll add a little bit about Jeff. He seems to be going. I don't know if you're watching, Jeff. I don't think you are. But if you do watch this, or if you are watching, if you ever watch this, you look great with the mustache and the bass and stuff like that. Keep it going. Good job, man.
Wow.
That's my message to Jeff today.
Wow.
We should get Jeff back on this. Yeah, that's my January New Year's Christmas.
Wait, hold on a second here.
What'd you say?
I said, hold on.
Hold on.
Message to Jeff.
Get Jeff on here.
Message to Jeff.
So this has been the message to Jeff.
This has been the message to Jeff. Merry Christmas wish.
Merry Christmas wish.
Oh, we got the birthday functionality back now that you're back in here.
Yeah.
Hey! Birthday boy's back.
Yes, he's back.
Birthday boy, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Whispers live from Indiana?
Oh, okay. So I was gonna show a friend of mine a Whisper song that I really liked, and it's the song that I picked here. And I was shocked and amazed that there was a new 2020 live album from the Whispers, and it's live from Indiana, which I also just thought was hilarious.
Yeah, that's really good.
And the good news is that look at the album art too, isn't it?
I know.
It's like post-ironic, like late 70s, early 80s, like weird grandma wallpaper design.
It's
but
pretty good.
Sounds like
That's
the
pretty
band is
impressive.
still in fantastic shape. It's sick as hell because they're obviously still using like period equipment, like they're jamming with like 80s, like MIDI pan flutes and shit, and like the vocalist sounds like he's in great shape. The drummer sounds awesome. I don't know how many of them are like original or what, but I was happy to see that the Whispers were still like alive and performing and had released a live album in 2020. So I thought that was cool.
Nrail says Destiny Shroud live from Indiana. We never played Indiana. The Sailing did though once.
Yeah, we played a movie theater once,
Ooh,
and I got
right.
high before that show.
Oh yeah,
because I
they
didn't have to
projected
sing.
Blade Runner on us.
Yeah, they projected Blade Runner on us, and then when I was singing about horses, that unicorn was running behind us.
It was the director's cut, so it had the unicorn scene, and so
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tech was singing Golden Horse vernacular when the.
But you couldn't hear the voice of me singing because there was no microphone, which is why I got high beforehand because I knew I didn't have to worry.
And it was
about
a great
remembering
show.
vocals.
See, it's amazing you guys remember so much.
Well,
I love it.
because it was like the experience that we had when we would practice because we didn't have a PA system, so we thought we were just like a sick band. But it's obviously completely different when when there are vocals and you like adjust and change the music to respond to that, which is a point that we were never able to get to with the singing. So every time like we would record vocals for we would record the songs, it was like hearing it for the first time. Like I remember hearing the vocals to Leviathan, and it was like literally the first time I had ever heard them was when you recorded them after we had played it live like 15 times.
Yeah, and had been practicing it for 8 years or whatever. Okay, speaking of demon souls, Kevin, when you beat that over the holiday break, what can you tell us about Maiden Astraea?
So this particular battle is one of the last few boss battles that I did. You can kind of tackle the bosses in any order, but it's possibly one of the more heartbreaking battles because according to Demon Souls lore, Maiden Astraea is not really a demon in the typical sense. She's like a priest, basically, or priestess, and she goes into the Valley of Defilement to save the souls of the people there, and she just ends up basically kind of collecting demon souls herself, and is holding a demon soul that you need to get. So she summons her protector from the dead, and you do battle with the protector. Well, that's one of the ways to do it. You can also just like totally run and just kill her. But after you like slay her knight, she basically like just gives up and yields to you and kills herself, and you get the demon soul. But she makes the battle, like, she makes you think about what you're doing. You know, she's like, go away, demon slayer, there's nothing for you to pillage here. And it's like, you know, it starts getting you thinking, like, maybe I'm the real demon here, trying to collect all these souls.
Well, and that's what I was...
is absolutely just heart-wrenching. So I love it.
That's why I called my song "In War We're All the Losers."
Exactly.
Because, yeah.
The demon souls are all a demon.
And finally, much like you battling Maiden Astra, you might say that there ain't no stopping you now. Ain't no stopping us now. What can you tell us about this song called Ain't No Stopping Us Now?
So this song, actually, my dear friend Ben and I...
you have a dear friend?
It's a doe. It's a...
We had a weekly ritual for, you know, like 2.5 years going before COVID hit, that we went to our local pizza spot together every Monday, and we got their weekly pizza special, as I've talked about many times on here. And he sent me this song out of the blue and was like, this is us strolling back into the pizza spot after COVID.
Aww.
And I was like, hell yeah.
That's so sweet.
The album is so sick. And there's a lyric where he's like, we're leaving all the negative people behind. And I just loved it so much, so I had to throw that on.
They can eat our dust, little negative.
Exactly.
I was trying to come up with like a... Never mind.
Sure. James, now, I've heard of this game here. I've heard of a game called Myst. This looks a lot like it.
Yeah, so this is from Riven, the sequel to Myst, which my girlfriend beat. This is a humble brag moment. I have a girlfriend who's smart enough to beat Riven, so she did. But it was especially great for me, because while she was playing it, I got to hear all of the wonderful music. Robin Miller is a really great guy. He was also responsible for the art in the original Myst as well. The Rand Miller was kind of more like the programmer, and he also plays Atris. But the other brother, Robin, he was the one who was responsible for building the library and then filling the world with music. So mad props to Robin Miller, great guy.
All right. My internet cut out kind of for a second, so I missed what you said at the end. But
that's all right. You look pretty fucking bored. So.
No. Well. Yeah, having some Spotify issues.
A fun fact about Riven is the obviously inferior PlayStation 1 version is like the most discs that I've ever seen packed into one of those double cases. There's like 6 discs in there.
It is, and every time you go from one island to another, you have to change discs, and by the end of the game, you're like constantly moving back and forth. Like I couldn't even imagine like putting yourself.
You probably just want to kill yourself, but then you'd end up ego tripping at the gates of hell.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Wow.
This song was just in my head today. I just all day long it just kept going. I don't know why. It just hopped in there. It's a great hot fucking record. It's a great track.
It's a hot fucking record.
I love it.
James, what was that song you wanted me to look up for you?
Oh, I can actually probably add it.
I don't know if you have the permissions to do that.
Oh, well, just search Winterlude.
We don't have access to our own playlist.
Okay, Winterlude by Bob Dylan.
No, it has a picture of Holly on the front.
Word harmonic. And what's the song? Oh, Good Christian Men, good old GCMR.
Good Christian Men Rejoice.
And so we got that.
And this will be a great opener for our playlist if you were just to listen to this like a mix.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be the judge of that. So
please enjoy this, everyone. Check out Good Christian Men Rejoice from Winterlude. This is a very new world Christmas. Check it out.
I'm gonna add. Now it's my turn. So, first up is a song called "Mine" by Magdalena Bay. If you watched on December 26th, message to Jeff, this Christmas wish. If you watched Virtual Utopia 4 on the 100% Electronica channel, which is what you're watching now, and saw the Magdalena Bay performance, you know that it was great. And I was super excited by the first song that they played because I had not heard it before, and so then I listened to a bunch of their songs to try and find it, and I did, and so that's what this is. Got a great chord progression, got a great hook, just a great song. Too short, much like life, you know. And so then
that's what the repeat one's for, my man.
Now I got 2 words to describe Virtual Utopia 4. Freaking awesome.
This really is just the channel for the best content. I mean, I feel like we're such schlubs compared to what George has been pumping out, George and the crew. But hey, I think this is pretty cool.
We do okay.
This is Big Sir.
We do okay.
It's not Little Sir.
And I love Surreal. Because the song Love Surreal is the next song that I picked, and it's by Nicole Atkins, and from an album
from the Diet.
From the Diet. What does that mean?
The Atkins Diet.
James is just acting up over there.
Oh boy!
I'm at my kin's neck.
So yeah, this is she's just a singer-songwriter, but kind of sounds like Roy Orbison in some ways.
That cover looks familiar to me.
Really liked her album Neptune City. Our friend Garn showed me this album, and I wasn't gonna like it because I didn't trust his taste, but it ended up being really good. Lots of good songs in there, so I picked Love Surreal, which I really like. And then finally, let's see who we got here. Let's do this one. We got this song called Tikal.
Tikal. Tikal. Yeah, the Method Man shit. Now we're talking.
Right. E.S. Posthumous, actually. And so here's a fun story.
It's a little different.
Once upon a time, I think I was like probably 18. Yeah. And I had a stepbrother at the time. He's still alive, but my dad's not married to his mom anymore. Anyway, I haven't seen him in a long time. But the point is, he used to go to the gym, and then he went to the gym one day and found a CD in the parking lot. It was a burned CD. And so he and I got along really well. We played Final Fantasy games together and just hung out all the time. And he brought it home, and he was like, "You want to listen to what's on here?" And so we put it on, but we had no idea what we were listening to. And it was basically just really, really bombastic, orchestral and choir music with driving, kind of like rock drums, almost like what you might expect Trans-Siberian Orchestra to sound like, but if it wasn't Christmas. Okay?
Yeah.
And so then, anyway, I got really, really, really into it because the songs all had really awesome chord progressions, but I had no idea what I was listening to. Years later, I would sample one of the songs on World War Olympics, and it would be titled The Black Ships. And it turned out that it was actually from the Rocky IV soundtrack. But some of these songs...
So that was somebody's workout playlist.
Yeah, it was somebody's workout playlist, basically.
For sure.
And finally, one day, years into the future, I kept that CD in just because I thought maybe one day I'll figure out who it is. And one day, Shazam was invented, and so I put on that CD and I put it on Shazam, and it was this is by E.S. Posthumous. And then I checked him out, and it sure enough was.
I thought for sure you were going to say you found an ad on a telephone pole that said seeking lost burned
with a picture of it like a dog. Yeah, I used to, or once I should say, I was at a computer store. What was the computer store that doesn't exist anymore? CompUSA?
CompUSA.
They had the Apple store within a store, and they had the G4 set up, and I opened the CD drive, and there was a burnt copy of Daft Punk's Discovery, and I was 18 years old, and I had never listened to Daft Punk, and I took that CD home, and I got real blazed, and I put it on, and was just like, excuse me? It was like, what? Excuse me? You know?
Wait, it was Discovery?
Yeah, it was Discovery.
What a discovery.
Yeah, I know, it truly was. It truly was a discovery.
Well, how
anyway,
about that?
folks, we're about out of time for this virtual desktop reunion, and I'm looking forward to not being so scared next time. Oh man. Oh god, that's me in 20 years. If all goes according to plan. Wow, I can't get rid of it.
Oh, sorry, it's my doing. I'll cancel it.
Oh, are you screen sharing right now? Okay.
That's the one way to hijack the chat or the Skype call.
Gosh.
Anyway, oh, and this is a nice one to play us out here. We're gonna play this out and get those in the trash.
To play us out, what does that mean?
What does that mean? What the heck does that mean?
Hey.
Anyways, oh, this is kind of another sad one here. Looking forward to the future, I'm gonna tell you what I told the cultists. You know, everyone's like, oh my god, 2020 was the worst. Well, you know, how about, like, there have been plagues, there have been genocides, there have been all sorts of horrible things that have happened throughout the history of humanity. 2020 was a pretty bad one, alright? But let's just put it in the pocket. And if it was so bad, 2021, it can't be worse, right? So we're just all gonna chill. We're gonna pick up the pieces. Everyone had to change their plans this year. It's all good. We all had to change our plans. I was supposed to be living in Japan right now, and instead, I got burgled. You know, I mean, that's just life. So we're gonna hold. The important thing are the relationships that we make, the people that we love, the feelings that we feel, and that's what we have to hold on to. I hold on to the three of you, and I rub you on me, and I love you so much.
I think, if I can, I thought 2020 was great.
Well, there. A lot of good things happened.
Deaths,
personally,
I could have done without the 2 million deaths.
Yeah, I mean it sucked.
But aside from the 2 million deaths,
I'm happy, and the future is bright. And also,